Morning. We're going to start off with Epstein, and of course the name that has been trending on X for the last couple of days is Prince Andrew. We'll all remember the BBC interview where he has denied vehemently all the allegations against him with respect to Jeffrey Epstein and Epstein Island and so on. And of course this trending is happening because of 2 document releases so far. There's supposed to be another one today. The first one on Wednesday was 40 documents, and then even more released yesterday. And quite honestly, at this point at least, there doesn't seem to be anything much new in any of these documents so far, but we will wait to see what happens next. The Miami Herald has made a request to the District Court, Judge Loretta Preska, attempting to get hold of the full list of names and the full list of pseudonyms that are mentioned unredacted from these documents. And so we wait to see what happens with that and whether that brings anything new. But the BBC, of course, had to cover this, and they did it here. Prince Andrew faces allegations from unsealed US court documents about Jeffrey Epstein. So this is from yesterday. And I wanted to highlight one sentence from this. Prince Andrew is no longer a working royal, and as such, Buckingham Palace does not comment on his behalf. And they left it there. So that the BBC quite happy not to do any further digging on that at all. So this was the first page of the first document. And this, as I say, Honourable Loretta A. Preska releasing these documents and so on. So who has been mentioned? Well, the top 3, I believe, are Prince Andrew, mentioned 110 times in the 2 documents. Bill Clinton mentioned 83 times. And Vanessa, sorry, you're going to have to remind me.
Alan Dershowitz.
Thank you, Dershowitz. Yes, Epstein's lawyer mentioned 166 times. All these people deny everything, of course. But one of the documents, so one of the quotes from the second batch of documents, of course, is from Johanna Schulberg. Bill Clinton likes them young, referring to girls. So the people on the list, most of them, as you read through the documents, did you have any sexual relations with this person or that person or the next person? And the answer in each case was no. But obviously names going around like Michael Jackson, Stephen Hawking, David Copperfield, Cameron Diaz, Kate Blanchett, Leonardo DiCaprio, Bruce Willis, and so on. And this is getting lots of social media traction. But we should not forget, of course, that everyone's friend, Bill Gates, still has many answers to questions to answer as well. So what can we add to this? Well, I just wanted to remind everybody about a little piece of video that was released by Project Veritas in 2019 of Amy Robach from ABC News. Let's just remind ourselves of this. This was supposed to be an open mic incident, supposed to be.
I've had the story for 3 years. I've had this interview with Virginia Roberts. We would not put it on the air. First of all, I was told, who's Jeffrey Epstein? No one knows who that is. This is a stupid story. Then the palace found out that we had her whole allegations about Prince Andrew and threatened us a million different ways. We were so afraid we wouldn't be able to interview Kate and Will that also quashed the story. And then Alan Dershowitz was also implicated in it because of the planes. She told me everything. She had pictures. She had everything. She was in hiding for 12 years. We convinced her to come out. We convinced her to talk to us. It was unbelievable what we had. Clinton. We had everything. I tried for 3 years to get it on, to no avail, and now it's all coming out, and it's like these new revelations, and I freaking had all of it. I'm so pissed right now. Like, every day I get more and more pissed because I'm just like, oh my God, what we had was unreal. Other women backing it up. Hey, yep. Brad Edwards, the attorney, 3 years ago, saying there will come a day where we will realize Jeffrey Epstein was the most prolific pedophile this country has ever known. I had it all 3 years ago. So do I think he was killed? 100%. Yes, I do. Because he made his whole living blackmailing people. Yeah. There were a lot of men in those planes, a lot of men who visited that island, a lot of powerful men who came into that apartment.
Now, following that, then she released this statement saying, as a journalist, as the Epstein story continued to unfold last summer, so remember this was written in 2019, I was caught in a private moment of frustration. She's referring to that video clip there. I was upset that an important interview I'd conducted with Virginia Roberts didn't air because we could not obtain sufficient corroborating evidence to meet ABC's editorial standards about her allegations. My comments about Prince Andrew and her allegation that she had seen Bill Clinton on Epstein's private island were in reference to what Virginia Roberts said in that interview in 2015. I was referencing her allegations, not what ABC News had verified through our reporting. The interview itself, while I was disappointed it didn't air, didn't meet our standards. In the years and since, no one has ever told me or the team to stop reporting on Jeffrey Epstein, and we've continued to aggressively pursue this important story. ABC News said at the time not all of our reporting met our standards to air, but we've never stopped investigating the story. Ever since, we've had a team on this investigation and substantial resources dedicated to it. And yet, despite all that, the full weight of the mainstream media, we seem to be no further forward today than we were in 2019, or in fact, prior to that as well. So as with respect to Prince Andrew, of course, we have at the UK column had some contact with him, particularly over this story, which was abuse at the Oxford and Cherwell Valley College. This article published in 2011. Subsequent to this article being published, then we found out that Prince Andrew was intending to visit the college, so we invited him perhaps to reconsider that decision, and he absolutely refused to do so. So anyway, you take out of that what you will. It's many questions still to be asked, but unfortunately, as far as I can see, up to this point, nothing particularly new in these new releases, other than we keep it in the public eye and we get a clue as to the type of people that we have running this world at the moment.